you have to decide what you're gonna do the next step you take in life. You got me singing in my head, yeah. When I dream about you dancing, you got me singing with the best. My love for you is endless. I know it was really rough to fight, and I hope we can find our love tonight. You gave your heart to me when you can, and if anybody else can make this right, it would only be us, and we'll be alright if we only share that we're not saying. Hi guys. Was that a cute little intro or what? Oh, that was fun. I ran over. Look, I'm half here, but I ran over from the other channel. That was so fun. I was totally lost in what Vanessa and everybody was just talking about. I was like having my own epiphanies. And hello. Thank you guys. Hi guys. Hi Goldie. Wow, you guys are here. I love this. Yep. Jane, you got your drink in hand. Good, good, good. Who else? Who else has got their beautiful mix of Alex, Apostate Alex SPTV? Freaking love the simplicity, by the way, Alex, of just the black and white SPTV. Cool. I'm a black and white kind of gal, you know. Anywho, and then I mixed my little the SPTV. You know, Lara's got to make it her own a little bit. Cheers, guys. Wow. Thank you for being here. Oh, looking forward to you, Alex. Looking forward to this. Hi, Casey. Of course, Purple Groovy 69. Hello. Lara the Explorer. I love that, actually. I should do something. Okay, Lara. Just getting look at. So instead of going right into the show and talking about my married life, which was also me being married to somebody who was in the military and Scientology at the same time, plus me coming out of the Sea Org and still having a Scientology frame of mind and being in the outside world. And instead of doing that right away, I'm reading comments because I'm like, yay, that sounds better. Oh, thank you. Oh, Casey, I love that. I had this song stuck in my head in a good way all day at work yesterday. I love that. I mean, these songs were literally stuck in my head. I was singing them to myself. I didn't really understand my outlet of where I was going to write music, how I was going to do that. Am I a singer? I'm not like a vocal Celine Dion singer. So then like, what am I? Am I good enough to be famous? Because at one point I wanted to, you know, it was sort of we were just, you know, it was always enforced in us in Scientology that either, you know, celebrities were, you know, great people for Scientology because they can do a lot for the planet and blah, blah, blah. So one of the things when I was leaving the Sea Org was kind of like this, oh, okay, well, if you're going to be this singer, entertainer, or whatever you think you're going to be, Miss Megan Anderson, then basically they were just like, you know, if you're going to really make change for Scientology, then you would have to be famous or, you know, a big celebrity or whatever it is. So I don't know where I was going with that. I forgot somewhere along the lines. Basically, instead of talking about my married stuff and all that, I am busy here looking at the comments instead of trying to be famous. I forget where I was going with that. Thank you guys for being here. Oh, hi Peggy P. Hi Goldie. Always SP Cracker Liquor Fan. Look at this. I don't know if I should show your address or whatever, but I have this is coming for you. That's your winnings from the last episode. Your winnings. It sounds like a casino. Aw. I love listening to you guys, or I guess reading and listening to our whole SBTV community. That was really fun. I mean, all day I've just been pretty much on YouTube, working, cleaning at Wee Spa. Woohoo! I got all freshed up today. I got rid of all those blackheads so I can feel real cute for you guys today. Thank you. Oh, Apostate Alex. Where did I get that mug? Jen, who's also a major supporter, not major, she actually is. She's so supportive of almost all the SBT TV channels. She had your Apostate Alex. I'll just pull you up so it doesn't feel like I'm talking to myself. He said, "Where'd you get that mug? I like it." So as I just said earlier, I mixed Apostate Alex's original mug with my little sticker TV, SBTV thing. But I actually got it from Jen, who's been a huge fan of SBTV and has been so loving and supportive specifically of my channel. And I just really love that. I mean, she's supportive of all the channels, but she's been so fun and we've become little cute buddies. We've gone to shows. Anyways, she got for me as a gift because I was like, OMG, who's going to get, somebody was supposed to get me a mug and never happened. And she was like, nobody got you the mug. And then boom, I was like, oh, this is good enough. I love it. And it actually matches my, like I said, it matches my themes, the black and white. I love that. Oh, wow. And I'm drinking this really nice Pinot Noir for all y'all just waking up on the other side of the world watching this. Oh, nice. Fanatic High Desert Railroader having a bowl of ice cream. That is exactly what we should be doing, everybody. I was trying to loosen it up, coming in early in the episode, chilling it out, making it cool, just so we could just chill with this because I don't, basically, I felt like I was sort of, not resenting, but sort of like not wanting to do these episodes of my past because I feel like they can become very serious and it reminds me of unpleasant times and things like I'm like, oh, I wish I would have known, you know, what I know now. I wish I would have known what I know now. Then, but it just feels like, you know, I'm going back there and it's like, you know what? It's not that way. If I have fun with it and I can wear, you know, my sunglasses and shake my tambourine and sing for you guys and chat with you, then I think we're pretty solid. Okay? Okay, good. Hello, Lara. Please tell me your email. I missed it the other day. Oh, cutie pie. It is. Here we go. Thank you, guys. You're making me... Oops, sorry. You're making me... Oh, you know, I'm just going to create one right now because that's what I keep forgetting. My email is larafmmusic@gmail.com. Let me put this up for you guys. I feel like I should make... Actually, I'm going to make the music smaller so people actually see that it's LARA FM. LARA FM music at Gmail. If I'm not being very clear about what my email is already by spelling it out while I'm typing, because I still do that. Then here you go. Okay, LARA FM email. Boom. Wow, I said email. All right. Thank you for asking. I love all these questions that make me feel like somebody is making my life a little bit easier. There's my email, guys. LARA FM Music. Oh, my MG. I need to edit it. Of course. Got to do this live with you guys. Okay. So avoiding the LARA FM Music. That's all it is. LARA FM Music at gmail.com. Thank you very much. Okay, so there you go. I did that correct, right? Good job. Thank you. I did that with you guys on. Hi, Duchess Diana. Oh, I teach voice lessons. Let me know pro bono. You know, everybody, and whether it's an insult or not, no, it's never been an insult. People are just like, wow, you have such a strong voice. And they've always said, oh, you know, you could do some voice lessons. I did it once or twice. And it could have been my Scientology upbringing and feeling suppressed, but I also felt very like I'm not trying to be a good singer. You know what I mean? Necessarily, I can sing very well. There's some songs like I even impress myself sometimes. That's not the point, but I also, my art and my love and my music videos and all that is a lot of me just doing crazy, growly, LARA FM, vocally, not so proper, making beats out of my own vocals, things like that. So I have this issue where, yeah, I would love to be guided vocally to be like, oh, this is how, you can use your, I mean, also I know my stuff, I've learned over all these years and how wild my voice can be, you know, my stomach muscles and all this. But I just feel, oh, I'll pop that up. Hi, Duchess Diana. I just feel like maybe somebody who understands my background can understand, like, don't try to put anything on me. Just show me what I already do with my vocals and my music now. People can see it now that I actually have something to show. Whereas for so long I had nothing. Yeah, so that's all. Is if they kind of just do it for me and not expecting me to be a better vocalist. Like, I'm just trying to have more fun and be more artful and to see what could make my vocals. I don't know. I don't know what I don't know what I want to learn. Just tell me. Okay, thank you guys. Wow. You guys are also in the chat just being very helpful of not keeping me afloat and on purpose. Rev girl, cheers everybody. Sippity sip sip. Someday we'll all be at a LARA FM show together, sipping away together and enjoying life and having achieved many accomplishments. And hopefully one of them will be, I'll do that for now, will be Scientology losing their tax status. Aaron today or the other day, or maybe some video, whatever it was, I heard him say something like, you know, maybe 20 years or 30 years. And I was like, no, they're going to, Aaron, are you kidding? I guarantee you Scientology will most likely lose their, oh, Diana, I just got your email. Thank you. Most likely, I feel Scientology will lose their tax-free status within 5 years. I'm hoping with like Gutley and everything, I just think within 5 years, especially with children and people under the radar watching. Hi, sweetie pies, watching this and in the future. If you now, even if it's your story that you think it's no, oh, everybody's talking, oh, Laura's already talking about, no, absolutely wrong. Pump the brakes. Come talk to me. I want to hear your story. I want to hear every little experience you had that was negative and what you learned from it and maybe what was positive. Like, that's what, no, I want to hear, especially from the Int Ranch cadets, because that technically is like my home, you know, like that's where, those are the kids I grew up with. Those are people I'm going to wonder forever. I wonder what so-and-so's doing. You know, I wonder if so-and-so's still in the Sea Org or whatever it is, you know? So please reach out to me. I would love to hear it. And if you're not ready to speak, I get it. So many people email me that I wish would be speaking out right now. Are you kidding me? But I have a very strong, loyal, Aquarian, loving, you know, understanding. And I understand. And I of not giving just somebody, you know, whatever. If you specifically say, hey, I don't want this to be shared or blah, 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 then that's it. That's fine. I don't, that's not the purpose. The purpose is that we're talking, right? That's the purpose. Anyways, okay. I'm going on a roll, but thank you guys for all being here is what I'm getting to. And having fun with me while I do it. Hi, Liz Ferris, Lara, I love you. Yeah, I love you, Liz. Thank you. And thank you the other day for all your love and missing and sharing and being open and vulnerable. And, you know, it's making me feel more open and vulnerable here, especially if you're in the chat, makes me feel that way. All y'all being vulnerable and open in your lives. Cheers. Cheers to you. Oh, yeah, baby. Okay, so let's get on with this, right? I tried to super chat, but my phone is being lame. Aw. Boo fucking who. Just kidding. You know what? If you guys don't want to super chat, you can always Venmo and PayPal. I'm very open with that flow. Very open. Especially if you just put LFM TV or SBTV and it's sending to me, then I obviously know it's for me. But yeah, very much love the love. Diana's Duchess, you're so sweet. You have a very good voice. Thank you. Ah, Evelyn, you go enjoy that little tea. All your beautiful teas and drinks. It doesn't have to be alcohol all the time. I just do it every once in a while because it calms my crazy old trauma PTS nerves sometimes while I'm doing this. And also, I don't need to ever have a reason to drink. I can drink whenever I want. Drinking is not the issue. My Scientology life and my past with Scientology traumas of unhandled unresolvedness is the issue. Yeehaw! Comment. I understand the self-doubt surrounding singling. The truth is we all have a story to tell. Sometimes that comes out in a song. Oh, yes, that's very true. Okay, guys, I should get moving. I can chat with you all here, but actually it's good I'm doing it now so that I don't spend a million hours thinking, oh, I didn't do, I didn't respond to everybody and I was already halfway through my thing. Plus, I'm getting better at this. Thank you. Thank you. Aw. Thank you, guys. Joining coming only because LARA FM is beautiful. Now, guys, that's just the wee spa I did today with Vanessa. We went and had a little sweet mermaid girl thing. Thank you for the love constantly, Joni. We all appreciate you. And I cannot with you guys. I haven't even freaking started the freaking thing yet, you guys. SP Cracker Liquor fan. Thank you, Angel Babe. What do I do with you? Thank you. You are all rocking it. I appreciate you taking the time to shine a light. I wish for you all peace and happiness, which will include reuniting with all your loved ones. That's so very sweet, you angel baby love. Thank you, SB Cracker. I'm glad I'm sending you this fun little thing. Maybe, and will you guys remind me out there, SB Cracker fan? Whoops, sorry. SB Cracker fan, since you were the winner on the last episode, maybe you guys will remind me to do another one, halfway through. So we're 15 minutes in. So maybe just, in 15, 20 minutes when I'm going off about my married life and story, just kind of remind me to do a giveaway. I love doing that. I feel so good writing you guys little sweet letters and sending people off their little winnings of, I don't know. I just love that. Yeah, love it. And it's going to be super fun for the future. Okay. All right. So again, just as we begin here on episode 15B, my married military Scientology life in the outside world. If you have any questions just like this, Goldie did, question, when is your next gig? There's nothing on your site yet. That's because of this therapy. I call this therapy. So F everybody who wants to try to say, you can't say therapy on the YouTubes. This is my channel. I can do whatever the fuck I want on my channel. I can say whatever the fuck I want on my channel. Thank you. Lovey-dovey's. Question, when is your next gig? The next gig, so I'm a little artist girl. I'll have a gig sometime. I don't post all my gigs. Like, I may post this one. I have a small suite, 20, I think it's a 20-minute set. I'll probably do 3-4 songs. But very sweet, with Serge and my sax player at the Art Share, downtown Los Angeles on October 19th, I believe. And it's for Anna Broom Room. She does the Broom Room, and she has amazing acts every time. And she's such a creative human being herself. So 20 minutes or not, I'm always like, okay, I love her. I love what she puts together. So if you want to go to that, just check it up. I might post a little thing later, or, if you're in tune, you'll know. Is that good, Goldie? I did good on answering that. Thank you, my sweet angel Goldie, always protecting us out here. You're so freaking amazing. Thank you. And Duchess Diana, of course you're an Aquarius. Of course you are. Goldie, good Lord, no, Duchess. Hey now. Oh yeah, and while you guys are here, before I get into this heavy time, make sure you do the like button, because the like button apparently does help the algorithm, or it does help to notify the people that are following me. Some people would basically be loving to watch us right now, and they can't because, we're not liking the thing. We're just so involved with our lives. We have to actually do something with the media, I guess. That's just the thing. I'm going with it. Hopefully it's true and it works. Okay. All right. I love you guys so much. I feel like your questions will go on. Your questions will go on. If you have a question, that's what I was saying. If you have a question or a comment and you want me to see it and you don't want me to scroll through and just laugh at it and not really blah, blah, just put in caps question, especially when I start talking about the marriage stuff, because you may have questions that I'm not even aware of. Like, oh, what? Oh, did I not answer that? Okay, whatever. So just say question And then if it's a comment or you want to add something, just say add in caps or comment or question. That's the best way, because then I see it quickly with my little scatterbrain. Artistic, beautiful scatterbrain. Okay, great. Okay, so let's see. So basically, where should we start, guys? First, we should light up our little medicines or what do you call that? Plant medicines. I'm learning how to be a good girl, guys, so then I can act like one. Okay, so I do have some questions from people who were like, what? You were married? Here, let me take my logo off. Hey, Foxy. You want to say hi to everybody before I start? Come up here with your toy. Look at her with this. Look at, she got her drink on. She got her little, her little Bloody Mary drink. Ready, Fox? Go get it. And so do we. Cheers, everybody. That's all I got for you, Fox. Sorry, baby. Okay, so, I have some questions from the last one that we were on. And then, I guess with that question, it kind of made me, I have a few notes here, so I don't, you know me, guys. I need some sort of structure, some sort of alignment. I'm a free butterfly, but don't try to control me, but I do love some sort of structure, some sort of alignment, some sort of structure, some sort of alignment. I'm turning this into a party. This is ridiculous. Okay, so somebody said, oh yeah, okay, so I was 19, just so everybody knows, I was 19. I think I was almost 20 years old or so when I got married to Simon, and we had a small, cute wedding, and part of that, I was very annoyed because I noticed at the wedding that my mom, and she didn't even give me any kind of heads up. She was only there for like 3 hours. And whatever you want to call that, like, oh, she was only approved for this amount of time or whatever it was. Here, I'll actually pull up a picture that I was talking about in the last episode on this when I was showing pictures of, I think I still have it on the but this, yeah, this, okay, here. Did I pull it up? No, I didn't. Oh, I can still pull it up. It's in this one. I basically am just showing you this picture because this is the picture of it has my brother, my grandma, and my mom. Let me find it. Sorry, guys. Be patient with me. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, no. Oh, here it is. Perfect. So this one, boom, share. Here we go. This one annoyed me, this picture, because I told you guys on the last episode when my mother came to my wedding, here she is, boom, as usual with her camera, this camera, and I can't help but think like, oh, did David Miscavige, is this the camera that David Miscavige gave you? There was like I don't know. I always just thought, because he was always he knew that she loved photography, and as you've seen over all these pictures in these episodes that I've been talking about, there were always like these nice pictures. You know what I mean? I wonder if I took this picture actually. And also, I know I'm being weird and sidetracking, but like I think this is my dad in the background, kind of looking outside at us, and I don't know. Anyways. Anywho, guys, so I was upset. I just thought, oh, here my mom is. What a good PR artist. Not that, like, I love, the fuck that, okay, I'm not gonna, wow, my psychology mind goes like, no, I love my mom. I don't want to talk shit. That's not what I'm doing. I'm not here to ever talk shit about my mom. That is not the purpose. That is not what we're doing. I'm just being real and open with you guys, and thank you for letting me kind of be a psycho and kind of put myself back in alignment when I really say like, hey, if I'm explaining to you my story, I don't need to feel bad about what my mother did or didn't do. It's just a psychological thing. Anyways, I can't help but think like, yes, my mother's such a good person, you know? She is. She's beautiful. She's a good person. She meant well, you know, etc. But when I see this picture and I see her with the camera, it's always like her job was to be, you know, good PR, which means like have good imagery from our family. And even if my mom does show up for 3 hours, you know, my dad needs to keep the PR in and make it look like everybody's just having a great time. And, oh, my mom just called for something and maybe she'll come back. And no, the truth is she only got 3 hours and she was going back on the run. But I didn't think about any of that on my wedding day, to like hopefully thinking like, oh, look, my mom and dad will be so proud I'm marrying somebody who knows about Scientology. His mother is in the Sea Org. His dad was in the Sea Org. His dad's out of the Sea Org, but still completely on lines, in good standings, married to another OT5. You know what I mean? Like, so I felt like how like, what was the reason for like, for real, what was the reason for my mother not showing up at the wedding? Like, I mean, showing up and then being there for a day or two, like being with me. Anyways, whatever. I can complain. I get it. But I'm also saying, like, to me, it's so annoying when I see this picture and my sweet grandma, who is a non-Scientologist over here, who's just so happy to be here. And she's like, you're so, you know, she kept telling me, you're so beautiful. Oh, this is so fun. Your friends look like they love you, which they do. They were all my Ranch Pack Ranch friends. Not all of them could make it. But anyway, so she's just here and so sweet. And she was very old. And it was just kind of like, my mom couldn't even be in good PR in that way for her. Like, I don't know. So yeah, this picture bums me the fuck out. And especially right now, like my brother here in the middle has been and was struggling constantly with alcohol and all sorts of things going on in his life. And my mother and dad are just off in their own fucking world. Like, oh, clearing the planet. Guys, see why I told you I need to keep this light? It fucking pisses me off. It makes me so angry. But then I have to, it's not that I have to keep it light. It's just that I feel like I don't want to yell at people that I love. You know, I notice that people with alcohol addictions or drug addictions tend to actually yell or get angry at the people they love or the people listening or the people that care about them the most, instead of like calling the actual abuser or whoever's whatever. Anyway, so when I see a photo like that, I just want to remind people, like, all these photos I'm showing are fucking annoying. They're, like, annoying because, like, it felt like even during that life of me being out in this outside world, I'm trying to, like, be like, hey, look, I'm getting married and I'm so excited and look at how responsible I am. I felt like, look at, I'm such a good young lady or a good whatever. And it just felt like still like a struggle. Like I was still asking for permission. And anyways, it's just fucking annoying. Yeah. Comment. Scientology is the ultimate cult of grooming. I mean, I don't even know if that's true. I just know they're very good at it. I mean, not even that they're very good at it. Their systems are very much built into a culty way. A cult. Every policy that is made is built into that way. It sure seems that your mom has a heart for saving wonderful memories. Yeah, like that's what makes me so freaking upset, is that it made me feel more like she cared more about the PR. She did care about, I don't know why I'm saying it. I felt it. She did as much as she could. She sent me packages when she could. Or when she felt bad, or when she could, get my dad to give her some money from his paycheck as well, or whatever it was, So I go to that when I feel bad that I'm saying, she wasn't a good mom or a good parent. I just immediately, because I know that wasn't in her heart. And like a lot of people were saying, it's hard to attack people when they are under a poison or a spell or under an abusive relationship. So it doesn't feel good. But at the same time, when I look back at these pictures, it's reminding me of the intense misunderstanding, unheard, unloved, like connection with my fucking family, and just trying to have, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it, but so I just wanted to be like, that picture makes me mad. It looks cute, and yes, it was one of the last pictures of my grandma being around me or my family or something having to do with me or something that I was involved with my grandmother. But at the same time, it makes me sad that I also heard her go, "Oh, did your mom leave already? Is she coming back?" And I had to keep my PR in, And not only that, this wedding is full of Scientologists. Everybody around here. Okay, so I want to pull up maybe one other photo with the people, like, I guess the people that were able to come to the wedding that I cared about, that were able to come to the wedding. So there were other people I wish could have been there, but they were like in another country or in the military or literally like mute me. Yeehaw. Okay, guys. Mm, 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 mm. So thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you for your patience while I inhale the spirit of the Mary Jane and let her out. So what I was going to say is that those pictures and shit make me mad. Oh, and I was going to show you the picture of, I guess here, let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see, because it's so difficult. I'm sure I could pull it up. Just stay with me, guys. Okay, right here. Okay, so let me show you guys. Present, share. So these were, can you guys see that? Let me see. Yeah, you guys can see that. Okay. So these were the people that, either from Simon's side or my own, like for Simon, my husband at the time. Whoa, I haven't said that in a long time. So here's Simon. Little funny cutie. Wow. I have like a billion things to say right now. Okay, so Simon, me, there we are. There's Simon. There's my sister. There's me. There's Simon's sister, Amy Carr. My sister is Colleen. Over here is Catherine, who you guys know now as the Bad Cadet. So she was one of my bridesmaids. And she also knew Simon. Over here is my brother. And this Jim, that's his name. I forgot it last time. Jim. Jim and Joel over here were in the Air Force at the time. I don't know if they are, but and they were really good friends with Simon. So they were the groomsmen, and there's my brother. And then here was my best friend, Sarah Leobard from the Int Ranch, who I'd still stayed in touch with for a long time in these years that I was married or that I was leading up to that. And she was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you're out of the Sea Org," and like all this. And she did all my makeup. It was weird. It was like she was telling me like, I hate, I don't want to talk about, Scientology or any of that. Like she was still a real friend. Like I can't get over it. She was so cute. Sarah Leobard, her sister Sydney Leobard and her mom was the PFIC at the Gold Base. Anyways, we were long friends. I would love to know what the heck she's doing. If she happens to be watching these videos, Sarah Leobard, you probably don't go by Leobard anymore. I don't know. I hope you're having a beautiful life. If you hear me, hit me up, honey. I love you. I miss you. Anyways, that's Sarah. And then over here is Taylor. I think I don't want to go into this person right away, but I do want to, yeah, anyways, because I think, yeah, I'll talk about that later. But anyways, and these two were connected, and they're connected to Simon Carr's dad's side of the family. So this is why they're all here and blah 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 blah. Anyways, yeah. So that was kind of the majority. That was the family. That was every human in that photo was either a Scientologist or somebody from like that new Simon in the military, in the Air Force Base. Not only that, Simon's mother was the minister. She was the one delivering or not delivering, but like doing the whole ceremony. The other thing is, like, I had to kind of put it all together and just with a mix of everything, but Sarah, I know, helped me a lot. I mean, and I just remember, like, we were like scraping by with the money to make sure. It just was like always a struggle. I swear to God. It's just like a struggle just to even like have a wedding. Anywho, wow, that I went down the long hole there. But so not only that, but everybody that was part of the wedding was either even in the wedding or not. Like, some friends were good friends of mine that weren't, bridesmaids or groomsmen or whatever. Or they weren't the mom or minister at the same time. But I would say, like, besides my grandmother, there was probably only like maybe 5 or 10 other non-Scientologists at that wedding. And there was probably 200 people there, right? There were so many people I wanted to have there. There were so many people of my good friends at the Inn Ranch that I wish I could have had there at the time. Anyways, I'm going back into this whole time. It's been, wow, I just had to do the math. It's literally been like 15, 16 years ago. So it just felt like, every girl wants to have a good, sweet wedding or whatever that is, right? And here I am really in love with this man, and knowing like, okay, cool. Yeah, he's in the military, so he kind of is twisting or bending the rules a bit about being a Scientologist and being in the military at the same time, right? Anyway, so I don't know. Something happened where, like, even during our whole like dating and meeting, and I went to a party at his dad's house, and then butterflies sparked, whatever. I just felt like, whoa, I had never met somebody that I was like finally attracted to, that didn't feel like they were forcing themselves on me. Or I didn't feel uncomfortable or afraid of. Like, previously I had dated this guy, Dustin Kasowitz. Let's just be real and put these fuckers on the freaking record. He was like way older than me, and he was dating me and like made me feel like I was going to be declared a suppressive person because he was going to write a report on me that I was making out with somebody else on a New Year's party and not him, or I made out with him, and then whatever it was. And the real thing later I'm realizing is like, what the hell was I doing dating a man? Like, who let that happen? It's just so crazy. I'm 17, just leaving the Sea Org. Months go by. I'm couch surfing. I'm having fun. Just going basically to Scientology house parties, because that's all there is. And then sneaking in or getting into bars later on, even with Danny Masterson's crew, like all of that. And then after all this, going like, okay, I'm now 19. So this is like 2 years after all of this, finally meeting somebody who kind of had both a balance. To me, it felt like he had a balance of both sides. So, and honestly, now I look back, I'm like, it was perfect. Like, the way that we got married, I really was dedicated to him. I I had really, I thought, okay, especially in my Scientology mind, I thought, okay, I'm going to be with this guy forever. Like, you know, I'm going to have kids. We're not going to have kids now. I was like, you know, I don't want to have kids now because that could happen really easily, especially, you know, in Scientology in the Sea Org, if you're in the Sea Org, you cannot have children. And if you are married, you have to, and you accidentally are just, oh, oops, you had like, oops. Not even oops. If you're in love with the person, you accidentally get pregnant. You have to, you're basically put under like, you know, a choice of you either have to leave or you get an abortion. That's the only two choices. And then the other thing is if you want to leave, that's like already looked down upon. You're already getting it's already bad to want to leave, whether you're having a child or not, whether you're pregnant or not, or whether that's what you intend to do. So you either have to like ballsy up and like kind of be like, all right, I'm gonna keep this and I gotta go and whatever it is, and go through all kinds of unnecessary trauma and interrogations for trying to leave, since, you know, anyways. So what I'm getting to is that I felt like I finally, in my 19-year-old mind, coming out of the Sea Org and the mind-controlled manipulation that I had my whole life, I finally felt like settled or like sweet or like, oh, I'm really connecting and I have fun and I can get mad and he gets mad and I can handle his upsets and we're really good at this. And, you know, like, oh, I have fun when I'm drunk with him and not, and drunk, like buzz, sipping on beers. This is when I was a little lightweight. Anyway, so I did have fun with him and I thought, you know, I would have kids with this man. Okay. So, right. So I have this frame of mind and there was something that happened. Oh yeah, we were like dating or something. And I think I had like, there was something where it was like, I guess you would call it cheating, but it was more like I was just playing around and being super fun and aggressive, funny, drunk with my gay friends. And it just like, Simon was like upset about it. He's like, wait, what happened? What do you mean? Blah, blah, blah. Right. And I was kind of like, no, it was a joke. Like, it was joking. It was just playful. It was fun. I was drinking. It wasn't anything. I was even saying that, you laughing, thinking like, oh my God, if you saw us, you would be like, you guys are fucking insane. Like, it wasn't like, it wasn't like a hard, anyways. So basically it was like, there was something where, again, in my Scientology mind, he was like, him and his dad and Tawny, who Charlie was married to at the time. I guess I heard recently that they're divorced or whatever. But Tawny, who was another OT5 whatever Scientologist already, so she also was like, whoop, had a little stick up her butt. They were like, what are you doing? This is gross, gay, what, Jason? And, you know, it was like this whole thing, like, first of all, the person they didn't even want to be known. Like, it wasn't even like he was trying to be known as gay at the time, because he was also not, he actually didn't want anybody to know. We were just having a fun time, da da da. So I had to kind of explain to Simon, like, I don't know how to explain this, but like, he's gay and you can't tell anybody. But that's basically what it was. Like, he thought I was literally full on having, I guess, a threesome with two straight men that were like, whatever. Anywho, long story shorter, it was like a whole thing. Like, I had to do lower conditions, the liability, treason, you know, I had to do, like, it became a serious thing. And it was like, I felt like, you know, as a 19-year-old, you know, I'm 37 now. And as a 19-year-old, I just felt like, for what I felt like, oh my God, I did something so bad. Okay, what can I do to make it up? And, you know, like, I was like, I don't know how to explain this, but the amount of trauma and heaviness that was put on me for everything, and what else, and who else is doing what, and tell us who else is gay. And it was just like, I just felt like I was back in the Sea Org again. It was so insane. So I kind of like, I got into this little, like, I don't know, not rebellious, but like, I kind of was like, I don't know, Simon, anyways, there was a point when Simon talked to me and I was able to talk. I told him and talked to him, and he was so sweet, and he heard it, and he was just like, okay. And then he was like, okay, babe, well, there was something, I don't know what the heck it was. We had to do we both were doing liability or some sort of conditions. And so I said, okay, well, I will, make amends and figure out what I can do to, make this better. And like, so your dad's not mad or whatever, right? Long story longer. It was like liability conditions. And at one point in the liability condition, I told Simon, I don't know, I just felt like, oh my God, we're really connecting. And I'm laughing a little now, but we really were. I felt like we're really handling things. We're really opening up and talking about things. And, I was like, I want to do my music. And he was like, okay, babe, well, you could do your music. Like, we can figure, so like, I just wanted to, I was like, you don't really know me, whatever. So we were getting to know each other, and I was doing my conditions. So I just felt like, still in the Scientology bubble. That's what we talk about when we say, like, yeah, it's definitely a bunch of baby steps. There's no way that people just leave Scientology. Like, no, there's so many little things. Even if you do it quickly compared to other people who are afraid or held back by business or fear or money or family, whatever it is keeping them in, you're still going to take time to process to leave. So anyways, what I'm getting to is I just felt like, oh, good. You know what? I'm finally being a good, Scientologist. Look, I'm using these conditions to help my 2D, my relationship, my second dynamic. And I just felt like, for once, I was like, you know what? Simon's really cool. He's like really like we're doing this together. He's not like making me feel wrong. I don't know. I just was very brainwashed, and at probably a vulnerable point even with him. But in my liability condition, it says make up the damage. And I was like, as part of my liability condition, I asked him, I don't know if he remembers this or if he's ever going to watch this video, but I asked him to marry me. I was like, I want to get married to you because I want to show you that I just want to be with you forever. Like, that's how much I love you, and that's how much I want to like handle this and like let this be like something that shows that this had nothing, this was just an aberration. And all my little wrongdoings of everything I've done and screwing this, basically I was like, I want to get married to you and da 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 da. Anyway, so long story longer, it went from like me, being this like horrible person to like, oh, all of a sudden they're engaged and getting married. And so it was just, I know Amy Carr, Simon's sister, had some little issue with that. Like, well, like, why would, she was like, no, I don't know, whatever it was. I think eventually her dad forced her to get over it. The control that these parents have over their kids, they can't even fucking disagree with like, no, I'm not cool with the way that they got engaged. Like, that happens all the time in family. It's like, nope, we're going to handle this with a Scientology third party, whatever they do. Anyway, so just to get to that, it was, that's how we, I guess, chose to get married. Like, that was definitely, I feel like it was definitely, and Simon, if you're out there listening, he's still in the Air Force, still rocking it, and he's married and has kids and everything now. So, but I do feel like I was the reason that we got married, and I just felt like dedicated and was like, I'm ready, whatever. And I just felt like, so he was in Vegas at the time. So, I was going back from LA. It was really fun for me to drive up there 3 hours, come back, every other weekend or whatever. And, it was just like whatever, or he'd come down to LA, or he'd be seeing his dad in Santa Clarita at the time or whatever. And that was also near Saugus where the Pack Ranch was. And, things like that. So his friends from the pack, like whenever we were hanging out, all the people like Plumie and Catherine and all these people already knew Simon from LA and from Pack Ranch and whatever. So that was how we kind of all, and then we were all hanging out, and then we get married. And so when we get married, he was in the Air Force, and he was kind of like, I think off duty or whatever they call it, like I forget what it is, but he was waiting to go back on, which would be like a month from then, or go back, back in uniform and all that, whatever you have to, I forget what it's called. But so during that time, we were hanging out and we were like figuring things out. Somewhere around there, he got orders to go to Korea, which means that he was going to Korea for a year. I didn't realize this thoroughly in my little 19-year-old noggin. And I was like, oh no, nothing. But so he got orders to go to Korea. So for the first part of our marriage, he was in Korea for a year. And then I stayed in LA, and I was living in an apartment building on Normandy with my still now best friend, Jason, who we had like a little one studio apartment, and we would just share it because I was like, well, he's my gay friend and Simon's my husband. So we'll just share an apartment on Normandy and save money. Anyways, so that was kind of like the plan, like, okay, I'll just be here, I'll get a job. And so me and Jason went around with this letter that was like, hi, my name's Megan. I'm looking for a job, da, da, da. And I just was like, I can organize, I can clean, I'm good at everything, da, da, da. And I made like, I don't know how I came up with this, but I made like 150 of these things, and I went with Jason in his old car. It was like an old Volvo, like something like that, going up the hills, Beverly Hills. I wish this was filmed. And we were going up in the hills and putting these envelopes that says like, please read in red marker. And it says on the other side, thank you for taking the time to read in the red marker. So it looked it was personal. I did that on every envelope. And we went and put these envelopes in like every single mailbox in all the big, huge mansions in Bel Air and Beverly Hills, wherever we thought like, oh, they'll definitely hire me, but they're going to need a cleaner or somebody, or maybe they need a house organizer, whatever it was. Like, I was like, here, anyway. So while he was in Korea, I started working, ended up, one of the people called back, and said, and it was because the house that they lived in, they literally owned like half of Bel Air, and, they had like 8 or 10 mailboxes for this whole mountainscape that had like 5 different big mansions on it. So the mail guy on the, the estates, whatever, his name was Dilip. I'll just leave it at that. Dilip. Dilip went and, kept seeing, okay, another one in all of these mailboxes, the same one, please read. And I'm thinking like, oh, these are all different mailboxes. Anyways, talk about persistence. So finally he was probably like, who is this like 19-year-old girl saying like she just needs a job, she's good at everything? Is this a real thing or is this a scam? Like Dilip, the estates manager or whatever his title was, like he was just kind of like, what the fuck? Like, anyways, that would be fun to get his perspective later. I wonder if he's still around there. But yeah, so he came in and I told him, and I came in like, hi, yeah. And he probably just couldn't believe it. Like, oh, she's actually a real person who really does. So I ended up working for, this, one of the the uncle who, their whole family has money, but the uncle's nephew, Waleed, he was going to UCLA. And so I ended up just being his assistant and cleaning the house and organizing the closets and the wine. And, oh, he needs this. Oh, run for whatever, while Simon is in Korea doing all this craziness, right? Okay, so that's what I was doing. So then after Korea, there was this whole thing. Well, let's see. You know what? Let's do part 15, part C, because I don't want to overdrain myself. Because there's so much that's leading into the next sort of side of my life growing. Okay, so the next thing we did when he came back from Korea, there's many little in-betweens in there. Like lower conditions and Simon's mom having like a freaking freak attack about me going back to Korea, going to Korea to visit Simon to fix our upset and I had to handle, what I did wrong, and I was making amends, and part of my conditions, I was going to go to Korea and just be there, and I was like, I don't know. I just want to be there and fix what I did wrong. Whatever it was. Like, anyway, so there's so much to talk about. And then after Korea, we went to Germany. So I was also in Germany for almost a year. It was like a year and a half or a year, whatever that was. So, I want to get into that, but let's do the thing where I do did somebody remind me and I just have not been looking. You said you're going to do a little giveaway. Nobody remind me. There should be a bell. Like at least Goldie should have a bell. Goldie can ring the bell like, Lara, ding, 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 you're way past your giveaway. Okay, so let's check some comments and then we're going to do a giveaway so that I can do that correctly. Lara, aw, that's cute. Stephen Brighton. Lara, if you are feeling down, just sing a song. Make it simple to last your whole life long. Aw, that's a good song. That's what he was doing. Cheers to that, Stephen. Yeah, that's a good one. Lara, if you're feeling down, just sing a song. Make it simple to last your whole life long. See, I'm pretty good with it. Oh, hi, Amy Scobie. I'm catching up on comments. Why wear earbuds when you're by yourself? You need them when you have others with you, but not now. Thanks, Amy Scobie, with your Sea Org uniform on your little icon for showing me that. Because I don't know if the cats, and you should know this better, Amy. I don't know if the cats and dogs are playing and their psychosis is going to pick up in the mic. And if I hear my headphones and I can hear myself talking, I can hear what it's picking up in the mic. And right now, nobody's complained even a second about my kitties and dogs going nuts right now. So Amy, if my doll Lara had the, middle finger, what? She'd say, shove it up there. I'm kidding. I love Amy so much. In fact, Amy Scobie and Jeff Hawkins are doing a live stream with me tomorrow at 1 p.m. my time, which is Los Angeles Pacific Standard Time. And we're going to talk about the Int Ranch cadets, parents, and people that were at Gold Base, and relations to, different post titles and who did what, and all sorts of craziness is going to come up. Not craziness, but y'all get what I'm saying. So be there tomorrow. That would be so fun. And thank you, Amy, for being here and being so freaking awesome. And if y'all haven't got her book, look, I have my priority books are in front of me. There's a shelf, and it's all the Scientology books. But if y'all haven't gotten her book, go get it. She's been reading chapters of it on YouTube, so I guess you could also do that. But I think it's cool to have her awesome book, and she put a sweet little message in there for me, so I'm gonna keep it forever. Yeah. Oh, I know, right, Jane? That is heartbreaking to say to your grandmother. I agree. My mom to be like, yeah, and say, I had parents that pretty much opted out of the responsibilities related to parenting. It really sucks. The main thing is that you rise from the ashes. Oh, and I guess there's another one coming. Steven says, question, Lara, were you at Gold? I was a cadet at the Int Ranch, Happy Valley, as they call it, or whatever. The Int Ranch Cadet Org, and I went to the Gold Base multiple, hundreds of times, either for auditing under my mother, who was auditing me on TRs and objectives, and then I was giving her nervousness for her back. So yeah, I was there a bunch, but I was never posted at Gold, no. Just my mother, Diane Anderson, and my father, Phil Anderson, and my brother, Jared Anderson. Thank you for the question, Stephen. Yes. Oh, yes. I have found that forgiving them for not being able to be better doesn't change having to express the violation of trust and how it affected you. You still get to be disappointed over the lack of care. Thank you. And if I could freaking say your name better, Murdoch. You know what? Can you please text me how, if you were going to teach a 5-year-old how to say it? Just type that out in your comment. Thank you. And thank you. What a great freaking thing to say. Yes. You guys are all saying really great things. I agree. Agreed. And everybody's agreeing in the chat too. Agreed. Question. How did you meet him? Simon, I'm assuming, Duchess Diana. I met Simon with my mutual cadet friends that they were friends with already in the cadet org. And then his dad would have his dad wouldn't have parties, but he would let his son and his daughter sometimes have a party at their little ranch where they had horses and stuff. So at one of those parties where, I was with all my friends from Int Ranch, Simon was there at his dad's house party. And that was the first time I met him. And there were sparks and butterflies. Wow. 19. Good question, Duchess Diana. Good question. Okay, question, Apostate Alex. What did your husband think of the Sea Org and their Fox military? No, so Simon, I said this earlier at the very beginning of this episode. I was talking about how it kind of felt like I was being a little bit rebellious, but not, because Simon was also part of the military. But he had been in the cadet org as a child. So he grew up in the cadet org as a child. And then, I guess, when he was 8 or something, I might be getting that wrong, 8 or 10 or something. He ended up, I think, going with his dad, or being with his dad, who was in the Sea Org, or wasn't gonna, who ended up being like, oh, I want to go be with my dad. My dad has motorcycles and horses and whatever. I don't know. So I think he just ended up being with his dad. So then he ended up kind of maneuvering away from the Sea Org and the Cadet Org, or ever being in the Sea Org. He was just in the Cadet Org, leaving from the Cadet Org out into the outside world. But I do think the structure of his parents being in the Sea Org, his mom being a nanny, I'm pretty sure Mary Kay is his mom, Mary Kay Carr. And she was a nanny or something, very involved in the kids and the cadets growing up, because all the cadets know, definitely the Pack Ranch cadets and stuff, know who Mary Kay is. Anyways, and that's Simon's mom. So I think as a child, him growing up in that, for sure, he was already programmed and groomed to think the Sea Org and all that was normal. I don't think he really, I think, when you're in the Sea Org, you're not making fun of people who have, their bars and who are granted these these rankings and all this. You're not making fun of it when you're in the Sea Org. You really are like, oh, I'm a PO, I'm a whatever officer, you know what I mean? Like, if you have bars, that means you're like, whoa, that's a really high auditor or somebody trained. Like, you're very much not disrespecting even the auditors. So Simon, growing up, even in the military, going in, he still doesn't understand that these bars in the Sea Org and the military uniform that is used in the Sea Org wasn't necessarily unofficial or fake, because he still was a Scientologist a bit in his mind, if that makes sense, right, Alex? Yeah, but it does suck, because I do know that he definitely really very much cherishes the Air Force and his, you know, his military and everything he's accomplished. You know, all of his achievements and all of his hard work and dedication. Like, even me doing these YouTubes, not to compare it at all, but even doing these YouTubes, the reason I do it, and if I say I'm going to do it, I have to do it. I have to tell myself I'm doing it, whether I'm in the mood or not. And then look what happens every time I do get in the mood, or I'm like ready to go already and I'm amped, and people are like, hey, you know, not every day is the same day. Some days, you know, so it just feels like, I think Simon was also groomed in a way to be able to be like, hey, you know, I am going to join the military. I might be good at it because I've already been in the Sea Org for so long. Or I know what the Cadet Org. And he knows what the Sea Org is, and he knows what rules are, and keeping a schedule and commitment and things like that. So, yeah. I think I answered that, right? Good question, Alex. Always so smart with your intelligent little brain. Okay. Thanks, Gregory. Morning. There, folks, almost 6 a.m. not far from Casio, Calamity, South Africa. We often see the bus on the way to the office. That must be a... Okay, Lonesome Squirrel, a.k.a. C.O.B. Bilf. C.O. Bilf. Question: how awesome was TRICARE after years of substandard medical coverage in Sea Org? Wait, how awesome was TRICARE after years of substandard medical coverage in the Sea Org? I don't know, because I never knew anything about medical coverage in the Sea Org or any of that. I didn't understand any of that. So that's, I don't know, really. I still kind of don't know about any of that. Somebody help. Yes, catch up, everybody. Catch up, honey guys. We are, I know this says episode 15B, but there's actually at least, I don't know, I think I've done at least 30 episodes total. So they might be saying 15B, 15C, blah, 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 blah. But go through and just, yeah, see what you do, and see what you see. You can put me on doubles, by the way. When I'm catching up on other people's videos, I put the playback. It says playback speed. When you go to the settings, the little wheel bar, put it on playback speed on 2 or 1.175. And you'll catch up. You'll catch up real quick. Weehoo. Okay, good. Thank you guys for putting the big questions in when you have this is making it very easy for me to be here in the chat with you all. Oh, hi, Alexis, Lexi, Ruru. Thank you. Finally, I can give you a shout out. Thank you, my sweet angel, little secret person that I won't say, so that you can live your normal life and OSA and Scientology doesn't try to freak you. Thank you. Outfit is wow. Thank you. Cutie patootie. Aw. Right, Amy? Amy says, wow, I had no idea about all these wonderful parts of your life. Like, oh my God, there's so much more. And I was thinking, I was going to tell you guys all of it. And nope, there's going to be a 15C. And I'll finish talking about my married life and Germany and coming back to Los Angeles and the Sea Org and just starting my band, Little Red Radio, and all that. So, yeah. Yeah. All right, my little sugar buns, I'm scrolling down. Oh, yes. Tomorrow, by the way, I will be on again with Jeff Hawkins and Amy Scobie at 1 p.m. Talking about parents, gold base, cadets, children, post positions, reasons for things, my mother, Diane Anderson, Phil Anderson, etc. So if you have any questions here that I might have missed tonight or something, or that I might be missing, then just jump onto the stream tomorrow and get them there. Anonymous says, are you going to the protest this Thursday in LA? I am trying to get off work for it. If not, I will be absolutely streaming through somebody who will be there at the protest for me. Either I will try to stream through my channel, but if I cannot, then I will either way. I'm going to do whatever I can if I am working. If not, and I can make it, holy banana balls, I will definitely be there. And for you out there listening and watching, there's a protest, you know, just about everything about Scientology from 12 o'clock and 2 at Big Blue AO building down here, the ASHO, whatever you want to call it, on Fountain, L. Ron Hubbard Way and Sunset and Franklin, in between Sunset and Franklin. Just go support. It's going to be awesome. Anybody can go get your sign. If you can't make it, you can be online with your sign, anything you put together. It's this Thursday, whatever that date is. Let me look at my phone so you guys can do it on time and not tomorrow. So Thursday will be the 28th. I'm pretty sure. I hope I have all that information right. Yeah. Thank you for asking about that, Anonymous. That's a very smart subject thing to bring up. That's going to be super cool. I'm really happy that people are doing that. It's been a minute since we've had a good protest, especially for the kids and for all these new people that have come out and are speaking out. This is, you know, it's going to really amp up all that crap going on, you know? Okay, cute. Oh, banana balls. Lara, I just turned someone new onto your music channel. She was a bartender that just came to North Texas from Reno. We started talking about cults. I knew she'd dig your music. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Yes, if you guys have a feel or a liking or a want, somebody asked me, like, how come you don't have so many views or whatever, and I've just never promoted. I've really only done my music videos to express things for myself. At certain points, I was kind of shy to do it. Certain things were just outlets or videos or little cute edits or something that I just wanted to do at the time. I was like, oh, I just want to keep doing fun little iPhone music videos. So yeah, go to, if you look on my channel here on the YouTubes, if you go to the regular home video channels, not the live, but if you go to my home channel, you can watch the music videos there that I have and listen to the music. And also on here on my website, you can also look and see music that music that don't have videos with them, that I just released recently. And also when I do release new stuff, it'll all be here. And definitely, if you're on IG, Instagram, just go follow me there, because that's quick ways that I post random fun things, or, you know, things coming up, etc., etc., etc. Okay, my sweet angels, any last little comments or any last little and thank you again, SP Cracker Liquor fan. You're so sweet for that. Thank you so much. Joni, Lara, remember, when you're down, you're a beautiful soul person, and thank you for being an inspiration for me to start uploading to my own channel. Yay! I was trying to sing your thing, but yes, thank you, Joni. Aw. Upload to your channel, baby. You do that. We got to do stuff that makes us happy, and that is, oops, I unstarted. That makes us happy and makes us continue and do up. What does this say? What does this say? Kat says, follow up on my comment. Thanks for reading it. I described you as a punk rock meets cultish. Oh, yeah. Okay, loves. There you go. I did it. All right, my sweet darling loves. We love you. Love you, Purple Groovy 69. Thank you so much, Goldie. And see you guys tomorrow, 1 p.m. Los Angeles. Lara Anderson, LFM TV time. Oh, save your loves. Get your sleep. Do well. Do beautiful. Dream well. Be blessed. Love you all. Until tomorrow. Buenas noches.
Somebody is searching for the right child. what you gonna do the next if you take it live.
Bye-bye.